Are you considering an active adult community in the South Carolina Low Country? I'll go over all your local options. You can also get the ultimate relocation guide to the South Carolina Low Country, a local perspective, just by asking for it in the YouTube comments. I've been helping people relocate to the South Carolina Low Country since 2009. And I don't want you to end up like some of the people I've run into over the last few months that just purchased the home because they couldn't find anything else and it really wasn't what they wanted. So now they're looking for something else and it hasn't even been a year. It just doesn't make sense to me. When I asked them why they did it in the first place, they said it was because we couldn't find anything else. To me, that makes no sense. I know it's hard sometimes. And maybe there are cases where it does make sense to make exceptions. It shouldn't be on anything that is really high on your wish list unless you have unrealistic expectations. Maybe you want to get it for less money or whatever. By the way, check my Google reviews. There's a link below. And they're not what I say, they're what my clients say about me. And they're overwhelmingly satisfied with my performance. First thing, if you have grandkids and for some reason something happens to your kids and you have to raise them, guess what? You're not going to be to stay in one of these retirement communities. If you're going to raise the kids, you're going to have to sell your house and move somewhere else. Next, there's nothing on Hilton Head. Everything's in Bluffton or the Hardyville area. And each of the communities are within about 15 minutes by car. These planned unit developments are all gated and vary with amenities, availability, and price points. Number one on the list, Sun City Hilton Head. And they're the 800-pound gorilla. They've been here the longest. They by far have the most things to do, the most clubs. I would say they're amenity rich. Hundreds of clubs and activities to take part in. They're constructing an indoor track over on the Argent property. It's the only community with golf on site of the active senior adult communities. The lots are generally smaller, less private, but they do vary by lot. You have natural gas, and there are three main areas. You have Sun City Commons, which is in Beaufort County. Then you have Sun City North, which is going to be in Jasper County, and Riverbend, which is the equivalent of their state section, a separate gated community, but still part of Sun City, and it's actually on the Oconee River. You are welcome to take part in any of the activities no matter which section you live in. You just have to get there. One of the nice things is that if you're either on the common side or the north side, you can take the bridge that spans Highway 278 to get to things like grocery stores, restaurants, and other retail. And you don't even need a car. If you're buying in Sun City Commons, that means you're buying strictly resales. Now, one of the positive things about that is that you're in Beaufort County. So if you're buying for a primary home, you're going to be paying approximately 0.5% of the purchase price for property taxes. And then after you've been there a year, you can apply and get the homestead exemption if you're 65 or older, and that knocks $50,000 off the value, which equates, I believe, to about $250 a year. If it's going to be a second home for you, you're going to be paying 1.5% of the purchase price. Now, the HOA runs $2,469 a year, and they do not cut your grass. You're just getting all the amenities. Now, if you decide you want to get a villa, they cost more. And just to give you a rough idea, you're probably talking $6,500, $7,000 a year in fees if you're purchasing a villa. And that's just a ballpark number for you. And there are a few hybrid options where you could have a home where they cut your grass, but typically it's single family homes and you do everything. Villas, they take care of your exterior maintenance and your lawn. Homes are going to start in the upper 300s, probably closer to 4 these days. A little lower for the villas, but not a lot. If you're buying on the north side, that could mean you're buying either new construction or resale. And one nice thing, they do cut your grass. But the fees are a little higher at about $3,300 each. And I will also let you know that I do represent people that want to buy new construction. Keep in mind that the reps for Pulte are representing Pulte. And they're not allowed to lie to you, and I believe they're honest. But there's nothing wrong with having someone on your side to make sure you don't step in anything. And what I'll tell you, and just being honest right now, in the current market, I'm probably not going to be to save you much money. I may be to help you sort things out so you make decisions that you're going to be happy with and you understand the process better. They do have villas slated on the north side sometime in early 2024, but as far as I know, they have not released any of those prices yet. And I will tell you, if you're looking at buying on the north side, I would say you're starting in the 400s and up from there. I would say a typical price over there is going to be more like closer to 6, upper 5s for a general number. Getting back to the tax issue, being in Jasper County, you're going to be paying roughly 1% of the purchase price if you're going to be living there as a primary. And if it's a second home, you're going to be paying approximately 2.5% of the purchase price. So it's a little bit more expensive, and you're going to get a newer home, and it may balance out for it. I will also tell you that homeowners insurance is a little cheaper in Jasper County than in Beaufort County. If you're looking in Riverbend, which is in Beaufort County, prices basically start around $600 and go up from there. I believe there are still some lots available, but that's going to be a custom home. And if I had to attach a number to what you'd be paying, I would say probably about $300 a square foot, total square feet plus the lot. But the lots are a little bit bigger, and it's a very nice section. You have the clubhouse, and like I mentioned before, it's right on the Oakadee River, and that's very beautiful. If you're looking for more information, you can check out the video that I did on Sun City last year to help give you a general idea about what it's like living in Sun City. Next, I want to shift gears and look at the Haven at New Riverside. That's a Del Webb community, and it's also gated. The fees are $26.16 per year with no maintenance, no grass cutting. That just takes care of the gate and the common areas. I will tell you, it feels more like a real neighborhood. The yards are a little bit bigger. Hey, Bosco, be good. He's trying to interfere with my presentation, looking for a little attention. Anyway, and you also have natural gas. There are indoor and outdoor pools, tennis, pickleball, there's a dog park, a fitness center, spa, and bocce. Not a lot of clubs, nothing like Sun City. There are only resales, and prices start in the 500s. Next on the list is Latitude Margaritaville. You're going to have the choice of new construction or resale. Again, we're talking Jasper County, and what I'd say is, can you say party? Everything looks like a Caribbean oasis. Between the colors, some of the lagoons, if not all of them, all have this azure blue color. So you definitely feel like you're in the Caribbean. And occasionally you'll see Jimmy Buffett. They promote being physically fit and socializing, partying, having a good time. Their clubhouse even has a little beach with the azure blue lagoon. If you haven't heard of Minto, they're out of Canada, and I do believe they build a quality home. You can't be in a hurry. They're still taking over a year, probably a year and a half before you're going to get started. And they currently have over 600 homes under contract. The HOA for single family homes is $272 per month, and villas run $320 a month. Within Margaritaville, they have Latitude Lakes, which was an old development before, which actually isn't age restricted. And you don't have to take part in the amenities, but you do have an option to pay on site. They have a business center, dog park, clubhouse, community pool, fitness center, landscape maintenance is included. There are leisure trails, natural gas, a pavilion, pickleball, restaurant, tennis, and of course the security of the gate. Homes start around 400 and villas closer to 3. Depending on the phase, villas might or might not be available. Next, Four Seasons at Carolina Oaks. It's an inviting community. It's small, but the lots actually feel private. You'll have the option of new construction or resale, and this community is located in Beaufort County. So you're back to the 0.5%. The HOA is $25.20, but they cut your grass and weed. There's a pool, a fitness center, clubhouse, tennis, pickleball, bocce, and you're gonna have access to the linear trail through a private bridge. And I hike that with my wife fairly often, and we have yet to find the Indian burial ground. If anyone comes across that, let me know. They have limited clubs, and the build-out's gonna be somewhere around 500 homes. If you'd like to see additional information about Four Seasons, I have a number of videos. There's the main one, and I will tell you the one thing that people seem to not like, if you're considering Four Seasons, they only have vinyl siding. They don't offer any other exterior wraps. So if you're not okay with that, you know. But what I say is vinyl siding is something that is low maintenance, and then there's more money to put other places like inside the things that you're looking at. But if you have to have hardy plank, I get it. I like hardy plank. Who doesn't like cement for an exterior? Homes start around 400. I hope all this helps. Remember, if you're interested in getting the ultimate relocation guide to the South Carolina Low Country, a local perspective, just say something in the chat and I'll make sure you get it. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and